Oh, I
I
gotta
live in
go to
Eugene.
work soon.
We could drive you
Mm-hmm.
up to your house.
Oh, I'm good. I got my work shirt right here. Fuck it. I got the
So,
Android in my
here's
bag.
some book facts.
Savage
33%,
life.
33% of high school graduates never read another book the rest of their lives. 33% of high school graduates never read another book the rest of their lives. I just had to say that again.
But I was wondering, do you think that includes audio?
Or physical books.
Or
we'll
physical
have to look at that. I think it's just reading period.
Maybe
They
we
just
can find a study.
work, play, and sleep.
Yeah, I wonder if we could find a study that is audio versus
Physical.
Yeah.
Okay,
paperback.
42% of college grads never read another book after college. 42% of college grads.
Like, I ain't never reading again, baby.
I know, right?
I'm free. And that's just sad too. So,
That's worse than the high school kids.
Yeah.
57% of new books are not read to completion. Let me just say that again too. 57%
I can believe that
of
'cause I
new
do
books
that sometimes.
are
Like,
not read to completion.
It's because they're boring sometimes.
Sometimes.
And you don't have time
And we're a
sometimes.
distracted society where we seek distractions. And it's not enough to fulfill our distracted minds. That's how I see it. Now, 70%...
Please say a command after the beep.
No.
Exit.
Run away, bitch.
Technology.
70% of U.S. adults have not been into a bookstore in the last 5 years.
I can believe that too.
I don't think I have.
Okay, 80% of U.S. families did not buy or read a book in the last year. 80%.
See, that's what I don't see how it's that high.
The
Then
more-
we must fall into that.
Listen, we're going to become a detached. Even though we're
20%.
more connected, we're detached. The more a child reads, the likelier they are to be able to understand the emotions of others. Reading 1 hour per day in your chosen field will make you an international expert in 7 years.
Oh, see, that's why we're experts. Because we read about what we like, the things that we
Every day.
Yeah, we're always constantly feeding the brain.
It's a muscle. You got to exercise that
Yeah,
bitch.
shit. People be forgetting.
It's the most important muscle in my mind.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, it is. Especially they'd be able to pull off this head transplant.
You know,
Right? Then I
That's
could
what I
have
was
whatever
thinking.
body I want with my beautiful mind.
Yeah, and what about the pill that they want to give to
The limitless.
Yeah, and they also develop pills that are some technology. They didn't necessarily say what form it was that reduces sleep for soldiers.
Ah,
and shit.
yes, and then
I
that
didn't get
leads
to read
into.
more about it.
We're gonna have to do more research on that, but what we do know is that they are trying to.
Hold on. They're also programming soldiers to not believe in God.
Which I think could be a good thing, but outside of that, you can interpret that how you want.
Easier
We're all
to kill
open.
when
It's
you
all
don't think
open
you're
for
gonna
you.
go to hell about it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Easier. True. So now
The dog
we are
eat
also
dog.
finding ways that we have a drug that we can use to make you live
They said either by pill or upload your brain to a computer.
They can, and the computer would be cheaper
Yeah.
and more effective because
Right.
they could run you at a millennium time the speed, and that would make you live. If your mind would run, a million times the speed, its normal rate, that you would live
It speeds up the metabolism.
the metabolism and your brain, which controls your metabolism. We're finding out that the brain is. We've always known the brain is the source of everything. If your
Yeah.
brain dead, you're useless,
So basically,
right?
they're taking
So-
the brain into a physical nature without taking the physical body with it.
What do you mean?
Because it's like a 1,000-year sentence. They could do a 1,000-year sentence in 4.5 hours.
8.5 hours.
8.5 hours.
Yeah, so running it at a
But your
millennium.
body doesn't look like it's aged.
Exactly.
That's
it's
what I
putting
mean.
you
It's
in
all
a prison in your
prison
mind.
Yeah,
Yes.
but think about what that's going to do to a person after being in
Getting
jail
it.
for 8 fucking
When
minutes.
are they asleep? I'm trying to understand the punishment. Like,
They take your conscience
It doesn't matter
and
if you're asleep or
manipulate
not.
it,
The
either
shit
by
that's
drug
gonna go
induced
through your
or
head,
remember
subconsciously or not, in your head,
Tales
you
from
lived
the
just
Hood?
you just
Exactly.
lived 1,000
Tales from the
years.
Hood?
Yes.
Tales from the
Exactly.
Hood, where they put that dude.
Dude, exactly.
The lady put the dude in that tank.
That black guy.
Yeah. The deprivation tank.
Yes, exactly. It's that concept,
And
but
she had
taking
him up
it
to
further.
a computer.
Yes,
Yeah.
taking
Wow.
it. Exactly. And how long ago was that? That was in the
fucking
early 90s.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was a kid.
What was it called?
Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the Hood. You guys should check that out if you've never watched it.
Everybody's seen that shit.
No, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you really would be surprised.
Everyone we know has watched it. That don't think everyone's watched it. So yes, either by drug induced or by uploading you to a computer and being able to run your conscious mind, run your mind.
I'm gonna go to my house real quick.
At a million times faster than its normal rate. That's what makes you feel like you have lived 1,000 years or suffered 1,000 years
guess.
in 8.5 hours.
Yeah, then they don't have to keep you in jail. So they definitely have to be doing something that's going to make
But
Think of
think about what
Inception,
that's
too.
going to do
Think of
to
the
a
movie Inception,
motherfucker's
where they slipped
brain.
into-
bad dream.
Where they
Yeah,
slipped into
post-traumatic
their
stress disorder. They don't know what it's going to do.
They
These
don't-
motherfuckers are
Well,
going to
think
come out
of
and be like,
Inception.
I'm 1,000 years old,
the
bitch, I'm
movie
killing
Inception.
everything.
Yeah,
How
we get stuck in
he
there.
got stuck in his subconscious mind, or how when they came out,
People
they
in a
felt like
vegetative
old
state
souls
are
stuck
stuck
in a young
somewhere.
body,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what it would be.
Your time. That's what I
Your
meant
sense of
about.
time is
They're
distorted.
taking your brain literally to a different physical level, literally.
This has been
than the
if
rest of your
we're
body.
already making movies. This is just
This
has
'cause
been in works
Inception-
for
Oh fuck
Oh.
yeah! Because that's what they talk about in MK Ultra.
yeah, like so.
Oh, and listen, that music study I looked at, how pop music, which they're influencing all the kids now, basically with
To be different
to
than
make
us,
you less creative
Creative,
and basically non-functional, just sociable. That's about it.
happier and
Happy and
more
sociable.
sociable, but not as emotional and creative as
Right.
the generation before, listening to the grunge and things like that.
Natural music.
Yeah, so we are naturally more creative because it's freaking
We're the last of a dying
conditioning.
breed. They said we were going to change the future of the class, like the last little graduating class in the 2000s.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Oh, man, there ain't nobody up here. I shouldn't show up.
I'm not taking you just yet. I got to pee.
Well, there ain't nobody here. They ain't going to be mad.
All right,
I
so
see one
and you can
car.
look up that story in scientific, or what was it, Ingenuity, something, Science Ingenuity, and I'm sure it's everywhere else. NBC had one. It was a couple years ago that they were
Easily
gonna-
found.
Yeah, give the
Easily
pill to
found.
people. Yeah, all of this stuff is easily found. Is the crazy thing. So I don't even know why it's considered theory.
Preposterous or theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're doing it.
Like that.
Whether you believe or not, they're doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like,
what
it doesn't
you
matter if you believe
Yeah.
or not.
That's what kills me. And people will be like, God wouldn't allow that to
Oh,
happen.
whatever.
I'm like, what?
would.
When has he ever reached down like a Stephen King movie
You do
and
not know
smacked
God,
somebody?
obviously.
Yeah.
Like, your
What
God
book
might
have you
be.
been reading?
That's what I said. Like, aliens, they have the technology to pretend to be God. Think of the fourth kind. That movie hit close in my stomach. I got
I don't even know if
nauseous.
they would be pretending to be God, or we just took the concept
Or if we
of
just
God.
misunderstood and misinterpreted
The
a language.
technology would be so
Maybe it wasn't
superior
even
to us, we would look at them
Maybe
as
the
gods.
group of people saw how they had done
We
it
were-
in the past, or how influenced we were then. People, we're really not much different than the medieval times.
I mean, it's
And
just because
thought.
we don't
Their
understand.
technology
so,
would be so far superior than ours that we would believe them to
be gods. Exactly. And that's, and
Except for
we can
now.
do that
If
to
they
a
landed
tribe
now, we
stuck in
wouldn't
the
see them as
bush.
gods.
We can see that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, on
I
the-
was looking at the time travel too, because Siren just now said that they can reverse, right? And if we're
Oh
doing
my
it here,
God.
then I was thinking of Mandela, right? So, if that's already been going on and they just now released this, and we already had our own colliders well before
we could ever be aware.
Seren. And Seren's just one of the largest international league type ones with
Yeah,
everybody
that are
working
open.
together,
Yeah.
right? So if that, like the space station, you know, what the fuck?
Shit. You might have to pee in polka dot.
Lord heavens, in God's name.
Sorry guys, we've hit a roadblock in our travels. We're taking you with us. Commercial Builders is...
Hey, how long are you guys gonna be?
They squeezed by us a second ago.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Watch for you.
Oh.
Oh no, I got this. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
we're good.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so they've been doing all that stuff, and they like I was telling you, now they've introduced plasma to the game, and it's super speeding everything and colliding it all in hyper speed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
And in
so
2010,
they're working on a plasma rocket now.
Japan
Oh, they've been doing that for a
literally broke
minute.
down
Plasma
an
bombs
envelope.
to accelerate our Wi-Fi and our signals. You have no idea.
Yeah, like we read that at the end of last year.
Oh, what they're doing to our poor ionosphere is unreal. You
And
have no
what they're
idea.
just now telling us that they're doing to the fucking thing. No wonder. They don't even talk about the ozone because we can't even fucking see it no more.
They're creating a new one. What are you talking about? The aluminum.
They already fixed it. Yeah, they fucking 3D printed it.
That was half a joke. But I say half a joke because theoretically we don't know what they're capable of. We don't know what we're capable of because our government will never tell us that. And that's the point. Just be aware and try to be open-minded to all kinds of ideas. You don't have to be completely dismissive because some of the greatest things that have come throughout history were considered preposterous, absurd, crazy, lunacy, ludicrous when they were first introduced. And that just shows you our species' inability to accept the natural change in order. We want to fight it, and we will never win.
And some of the technology that was written down, we go back to it now and try to make it today.
Yeah. And it's sad. We should be adaptable as Mother Nature herself is what we need to. Oh, Lord, be. You okay, honey?
Yes, not bad, though.
Sorry, the dog got hurt jumping in the car. Oh.
Can you break that thing?
You can hurt it, definitely.
Real quick though. Like I heard her.
I shut my fingers in your door and it didn't break them, and they were like,
shut it like all the way, like it didn't click.
yeah,
Oh my
I think she'll be okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been on for about 58 minutes. Is there any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Open your mind.
And the rest will follow.
Free your mind.
Don't be
Wow,
so
I didn't know I
shallow.
signed up for that. Why didn't you tell me, like?
That's in vogue. Flashback for your ass.
With the Mandela effect going on, nobody
They probably
don't
don't even
know.
know what the fuck this is.
Vote, what is that? They'll go
Look it
Google
up.
it, it won't be there.
And I know we keep talking about the Mandela because we're going to work up and we'll just do a whole show
Oh,
about
man.
it.
I almost
But-
fell into insanity with that one.
Yeah, we
So
can't even do
obsessed.
that, man. That's,
It wasn't even funny.
It's
The
all
rabbit hole is
theory,
real
though.
and it can be endless. You got to find the beginning and end of that motherfucker yourself.
They
Because
definitely-
it's all theoretical.
Something has changed. I'll give it that. Like, something has definitely changed. I don't know. Like, for one, the Bernsteins really are the Bernsteins. If that was a marketing change, it's a marketing change. The logos and shit, I don't know about so much.
But the
because
actual-
they are subject to change because of marketing schemes. But there's just
schemes.
some shit, like different details
But
and
if it
different
was
facts.
marketing
The Kennedy
schemes,
card.
you
You
think
know what I'm
that
saying? Like,
yeah.
Oh
There's
yeah, the
just
Kennedy
things-
cars. There are
There's
things.
things that are just historically, and if they're
Inaccurate.
trying to
Blurred.
slip it in there differently to kind of come away from those who are spectacle.